Oh, finally, a game I actually get to put up on YouTube. Still have about 6 or 7 videos in the queue that I'm going to be putting up after this weekend. Look forward to Sunday and Monday. There should be a ton of videos. Also, some videos from the tournament itself that we've been prepping for. But yeah, so this is a CID game. It's going to be new pirates with Fiona. And I'm playing a Kaelyssa, double Trident, double Halberdiers list. Theme for my list is, you know what, double Tridents, double AFGs was good, so let's try, or double Halberdiers, double AFGs was good, so let's try double Tridents, double Halberdiers, since Tridents are the new hotness. And, you know, see what happens. So, I got to go first, and I advance moved up, which I didn't take a picture of. And then after that, he did his random AoE 4s that are 10 inches away, and then drift. The spot was right about here. One drifted back, and then he had the exact same 2 drifts. That AoE that is right here is actually 2 AoEs on top of each other. Now, this could have been a very good theme benefit. If the AoEs had drifted in this area, I would have been completely locked out of this middle area of the table, and that was what he was going for. That actually really would have been very strong against me. And just kind of got lucky that it didn't work out that way. So from a CID perspective, I mean, it's random and fun. It can be very powerful, or it can not be effective at all. The way the scatters went for him, it did not affect anything, which just unlucky scatters. So I just get up the board, kind of rush for time, didn't really plan things out very well. I didn't get refuge onto either of the Tridents. That was a deployment mistake. So instead, I put refuge on this Hydra, and I put blur on this blue unit of Halberdiers. Did not pop feet. So to cover some things that he has, he's got a unit of, I believe they're press gangers, and he'll probably correct me if I'm wrong. You'll see it in comments. Over here, they're press gangers because there's a lass back there. I can see her. So, yep, press gangers. I didn't know what any of these pirates did going into this game, so this is a fresh take, and I'm being told what changes actually happen. This is my first ever pirates game. Galleon, that's the proxy base. These little swamp goblin people are the solos. And then these tactical arcanists, the solos that... These little swamp goblin people are the solos that give out in power and do the explosion thingy and ancillary attack. Over to the tactical arcanists that are right here, that's the Sharde pirates. Then we got Fionna and Holt being themselves. First Mate Hawk, the harpoon dude that has crit pitch. Quartermaster Walls, Fiona right there. Commodore cannon. And this giant mess of pirates, I think, is a unit of sea dogs and a unit of press gangers. But to me, it just looks like a giant mess of models that I can't tell the difference between. So, yeah. His turn. Putting his little empower solos to good work right away. 2 of them put focus onto the Galleon. The Galleon walks up to right about here. Or before that, sorry, the Sharde pirates gave it eyeless sight, and they also gave the Commodore cannon. Maybe they gave the Commodore cannon eyeless sight. I can't remember. But anyhow, Galleon walked up to there with eyeless sight off. It shot down Eiryss, and then it took some more shots over here. I think an AoE killed 2 Halberdiers right here. Then the last little goblin dude, or the monkey, gave it ancillary attack, so it took another shot. No effect, though. Drifts didn't really work out. It also craned the Commodore cannon forward more. And if I remember right, the Commodore cannon from here to my Dragoon was exactly 20 inches. And this is going to kick off with a bang. Shot my Shield Guard Dragoon, and he got slammed 4 or 3 inches back, which was exactly the distance he needed to hit Kaelyssa. Killed my Arcanist, knocked himself down, knocked Kaelyssa down, and through Kaelyssa's shave, I think he rolled a 6-5 and did 9 damage to Kaelyssa and 5 damage to the Dragoon. And I'm like, ouch! That hurt. Didn't feel good. Yeah. Also, he's got, I can't remember if I mentioned this or not, he's got a unit of ambushing, min unit of press gangers. Also, I think something killed my ghost sniper this turn. So I've basically lost all my solos. Eiryss is dead, ghost sniper is dead, and Arcanist is dead. And he popped his feet and he put Fionna here on the hill. And then he jammed me with all of these press gangers and sea dogs. And I think he had the sea dogs up in the front. So halberdiers really lose a lot of their effectiveness once they are jammed. They don't do a very good job of clearing off the lines that are in front of them. I mean, they sort of can, and they can reposition deeper. They really want to be charging, though. So, more or less, since Fiona is right here, and she's got this big little bubble right here, Hydra can take a shot at her, which I'm really, really tempted by. Because she's got a 14-inch control range, and the Hydra is 15-inch. But instead, what I wanted to do was, and this was kind of naive, I'm kind of new to pirates, get Hydra up there, kill these two, and then have my halberdiers dig deeper and set the line of engagement farther forward. In this process, we were talking about, so tell me about these sea dogs and tell me about these press gangers. And he's like, well, they're being given 4 up tough, no knockdown. Okay, how do they kill that? Or how do they get that? Well, there's this killingsworth guy back here that I need to kill. So then I ask, how do I kill him? Because I don't like 4 up tough. I don't want to deal with that freaking crap. And he's like, well, you can spell him to death. That's a good way. You can melee him to death. And if you try and shoot him to death, new theme benefit is sack pawn to solos, to pirates, which he has a nice little wall right here of about 5 of them. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I'm looking at all these pirates, and if I shoot down First Mate Hawk, they're not weapon masters. They don't hit very hard or very accurately. Well, they get ganged, so they can hit somewhat accurately. Shoot down this guy, and they don't have 4 up tough. So there's some benefits here if I can just get rid of those two. So that's something I kind of keep in mind. But my first goal is I would like to kind of dig deep and set the line of engagement right here. And I know it's a Fionna feat. I've never experienced it before. But, I mean, the Trident on 1 dice, if I get it up to here, is going to need 5. So I'm honestly hoping to kind of clear out all of this area and really set the line of engagement farther forward, so that way next turn I have a good chance of assassinating Fionna, because I know the Hydra's not going to do it all by itself. So, how that actually ends up working. Hydra goes up here and misses all its boosted to hit 2 dice rolls to hit, and doesn't kill those 2 pirates, does not trigger refuge, and sits there. Halberdiers pretty much don't kill anything because of toughs. Halberdiers over here kill this 1 guy. Trident goes up, and between all its boosted rolls and shots and everything and tough rolls, I think it kills 2 people. Over here on this side of the board, these 2 guys get hosed by this unit in that process. Trident gets to a happy spot right about here where it can be out of 14 from Fionna, and then it just starts shooting down people. Or sea dogs and press gangers, trying to clear out enough so I can get a shot at Dr. Killingsworth. But I just get some people shot. Doesn't really work out too crazy good, I guess. And then these halberdiers these white halberdiers shield wall and set up over there. Also, this unit of halberdiers was also shield walled. Kaelyssa went to right about here so that she could have this Trident in control range for feet, and she put refuge on this Trident over here so that the Trident could go over here, shoot some stuff, and then refuge back and be out of the Galleon's threat range. And then Banshee just came over here, and I formed a little wall to try and protect Kaelyssa since she is now injured. And that's where turn ended up, which looks pretty much like this. And as you can see, I cleared out a good chunk of stuff right up here. However, I did not get this chunk taken care of, which is something I really, really wanted to do. And as expected, under the Fionna feat turn, where you roll one less dice to hit and one less dice of damage, I pretty much got nothing done over here. So, that's how that went down. Now, his turn. He's got some befuddling plans, which is a cool spell. Basically, because this Trident is in feat range and can't be charged, that's what's saving its life. So he gives eyeless sight to a couple of sea dogs in the Galleon. One sea dog goes over here. One sea dog comes over here to be within 10 of Banshee. And then Fionna goes and she takes this Trident. She walks it 3 inches this way with Befuddle and turns it around. So it's now out of Kaelyssa's control range. So my feat that prevents charging and stealth is no longer valid. Then her other Befuddle goes on the Banshee and she wants to throw together a little assassination run. I've only got 9 boxes left on Kaelyssa, and she's on a 2 camp. So this Banshee turns around and walks right up to Kaelyssa. And his plan is for the Galleon to shoot it a whole bunch with ancillary attacks and other stuff and have the blast damage kill Kaelyssa, since she's an armor of 14 and it would be dice off 7 on blast damage. So that's the plan. Before that happens, though, my Trident's sad and turned around over here looking this way, and it's got a sad face on. Oh, wait, that's a happy face. Maybe it's happy. I don't know. Can't really tell. But it gets charged in the back after Iona and Holt kiss of Lilith it by this unit of press gangers. Dice are a little floppy, and the Trident lives on 2 boxes. Really floppy. It should have died there. He also he forgot to move First Mate Hawk. The Weapon Master would have for sure killed the Trident. Just if every single attack rolled a 1, it still would have killed the Trident. And he didn't want to go back and do it. I offered because it's a CID game. But note what the Trident does the next couple of turns. It would not exist. Simply that's a really easy one to undo. And then Sea Dogs or Press Gangers basically go in and start killing Halberdiers and making more Press Gangers that get placed into my zone to contest. Galleon time. Oh, Commodore cannon. What did it do? What the heck did the Commodore cannon do? Oh, it shot a 4-inch AoE over here. And lit a whole bunch of them on fire and just splattered one halberdier. So Galleon walks up to right about here and shoots on the Banshee that's turned around. It only rolls like 1 and 2 for its gun ports, and it misses on like double ones. One of the Banshee in the back needing, pretty much not double ones to hit it. So he gets 2 blast damage rolls on Kaelyssa. Both of them get shaved, and she takes no damage. It probably wasn't the greatest assassination run in the world, but it honestly should have done a lot more. Because if he had rolled like 2 and 2 or 2 and 3 and had like 4 or 5 shots, there's going to be some that are going to be going past my shaves and could be getting a little bit of damage in there. Knowing that, if he had rolled more, I probably would have been holding my shaves for like 4 or 5 damage shaves just to make sure I don't get killed. But that in itself is, if he's nickel and diming me a couple more points, I've only got 9 boxes left. So yeah, that's where we're at. And actually no. Oh, so I get to play my turn, and to sum things up, I tried an assassination run on Fionna. Sorry for butchering her name. This unit of halberdiers charged into Galleon, did a whole bunch of work, and the idea was to sack movement with the Hydra, kill the stuff that's around it, and put a shot into Fionna with Phantom Hunter and sacrificing movement. She's on the hill, needing 11 to hit. I rolled the exact 11, rolled a good damage roll. She's on not many boxes left. Next part of the assassination run is Trident. There was a bunch of press gangers right here. It moves up, so it's base to base with them, gets some power tokens, and it gets 2 boosted shots at Fiona, and it misses both of them, needing 12. So not very likely, but I was hoping for it. It just closed the game out right then and there. With its once I can no longer boost a hit, I just start pouring shots into the guys that are around me, and this is the result. There's 1 last and 2 of them left, and that Trident's still on 2 boxes. So none of that should have happened. There should have been more press gangers. Skeryth issyan was what cleared off the Hydra here. This guy, this annoying little privateer press ganger lives, and I do not score that zone, and he scored 1 point last turn. So I end up clearing this zone, and I make a mistake. I should have had one of my halberdiers reposition into this zone, but I didn't. So the score becomes 2-1 in his favor, and this is after my turn. So I don't feel very good about that, because a key problem that has occurred at this point in the game is that I didn't get very much work done on his main bread and butter pile of solos and infantry, and they're going to keep taking away halberdiers and making press gangers, and they're going to get stronger as I get weaker. I needed to kill a lot more press gangers, and never playing pirates, I didn't realize this at this time, but if you take a pile of halberdiers and you throw them into a pile of press gangers, and they bicker and they fight and they roll around in the mud and fight each other, the press gangers are just naturally going to win, because they're going to they've got tough going for them, and they're just going to make more press gangers. I mean, even if I alpha good and kill 6 of them, there's 4 of them left. Those 4 kill like 3 halberdiers. Now there's 7 of them, and there's 6 halberdiers. Those 6 halberdiers kill like 3 press gangers with tough. There's 4 of them. Again, 6 halberdiers. Those 4 turn into 6. You see what happens there? It just keeps stacking against the halberdiers in a vacuum with no outside influences. So his turn, he's going to do a lot of really mean things to me. Ion and Holt and them are going to charge the Trident. I think another press ganger charges the Trident on her Weapon Master, kills the Trident. Or no, Fiona killed it with Befuddle. She also then channeled through a press ganger over here and killed a couple of halberdiers with Befuddle. Some more press gangers came in and killed halberdiers, and then the Sharde pirates came in, and surprisingly, they're Mat 7, go figure. Kill some more halberdiers, and what he's trying to do is clear a lane right through here so that he can get his Galleon to that Trident. Which he does get the lane, and he does get the, and I was really hoping to be a little bit safer, and he does kill my Trident. So both Tridents are dead. That is pretty bad for me. And he just continues doing more evil things up in here and shooting stuff with Commodore cannon and slamming stuff around. Oh, he shoots the Banshee and slams it into the Trident, and then rolls 1-1-1 and does no damage to the Banshee, and we just kind of laugh about it a little bit, because whatever. But Banshee's knocked down. So my turn seems real bad, because he scored again, making the score 3-1. I need to get some points going, and I've lost my ability to make the points going. This previous turn here, I had this wall of halberdiers here to do 3 things actually. One was the halberdiers here were to score this zone. The other one was to, hopefully between the Galleon and other stuff, make it so nothing could get in here easily to contest this zone, and maybe I'd just score it again, or easily clear it and score it again with like a halberdier that's alive or something. And then also the other purpose of the halberdiers was to keep the Trident alive. That all fell apart. It went really bad. He had a crushing blow, killing the Trident, getting rid of all these halberdiers, taking away that scoring potential over here on this zone. That was a massive blow. So Fiona's Befuddle is pretty freaking cool. Oh no, sorry, she was using the AoE 3. So when I said befuddle for killing these guys over here, that was wrong. She has an AoE 3 spell that's a POW 13, cost 3, and that sounds kind of bad, right? But when it's like Soulfire or something like that, she gets a focus every time someone dies. So, like, say the AoE 3 catches these 3 guys right here. This guy just dies. So then she gets a soul, or a focus. She uses that to boost on this guy. That guy then dies, and then she uses it to boost on this guy, and then that guy dies. And then the cost 3, then she has a focus left over, and the cost 3 spell became a cost 2 spell. And she basically got boosted blast damage on all of them. So that's pretty sweet. Like, it worked out great, working as intended, and sweet deal. Back to where we currently were. This turn, I need to get some attrition work, and I need to score some points. So my only goals this turn, contest this zone, kill that Galleon, and score this zone, and try to contest this somewhat meaningfully. So, and if I can do that, if I can score 1 and make the score 3-2, it prevents him from winning next turn. And I get to play another round, and who knows, maybe I get another assassination run opportunity. Because looking at the board now, I just don't have what I need to clear Hydra for another boosted shot at Fiona. And honestly, the damage roll probably wouldn't even be enough anyway since she's camping now. So Kaelyssa and Hydra have to shoot Fiona to reliably kill her. And even then, it's very dice dependent. It's just not really there. It might be the reliable thing to do, or it might be the best thing to do, but I just didn't go for it. Like if Banshee had trampled through here and tried to clear those out, that's a possibility. I thought I could reliably get another turn and go for something next turn. So how I do that, pretty simple. Banshee gets loaded up. He walks over here. It smacks on that. Dice are really good, and between him and the Thane charging and doing a couple of damage, I was rolling like 9s and 10s for damage rolls. Killed off the rest of the Galleon. About 6 halberdiers had hit it earlier, not really done a whole bunch, but they had taken out about half of it. Hydra kills him, and kills him, but stupidly, I did not swing on Mr. The guy that gives them 4 up tough. Freaking idiot, a moron. The last part of this is this halberdier and this halberdier need to kill this guy who's in the zone. They fail. This guy rolls double 1s in the back. This guy hits, but he rolls tough, and he's alive. So this guy is contesting my zone. That's bad. Thane Skeryth issyan? Yeah, sure. He's going to go beat on this guy, and he's going to keep contesting the zone. And at this point, that's all I got for pieces. I need to go back a couple of turns. Something that was interesting here to potentially clear out this massive halberdiers, he had Lord Rockbottom way back there in the back do a spray on these 2 monkeys so that they would blow up and possibly AoE drift onto these halberdiers. He missed with his AoEs, but it's a cool idea, cool feature. It could have worked out a whole lot better than it did. Drifts have not been on his side this game. So yeah, we are back to right about here. Last thing on my turn is Kaelyssa shot someone at random and then just refuged back to here to not get any. I don't want some random pirate to get slammed into Kaelyssa and have her get knocked down and then just shot to death by random pirates. So my goal is to get her far enough back from the forest that he'll have to get lucky. Like even if he toes in right here, he's gonna have to get lucky with his distance to get her. And that brings us to right about here. And more or less, he's like, well, Connor, you failed to score any points, and the score is 3-1 going into my turn. I just need to score 3 and I win. So pretty simple. These 3 guys right here kill Thane issyan. He's dead. That means they're going to score this zone. There's 1 point. Whatchamacallit, these guys all walk around into the zone behind Thane Houseguard Thane. and they stab him in the back until he dies. And then Fiona scoring this zone, so that's 2 points. And then this pirate, you know what? He's doing his job. He's contesting this zone, so that's not going to happen. And then he's like, Commodore cannon, you're like rat 11 or something, so shoot Banshee. He shoots Banshee. He gets the 4 he needs to slam him out of the zone. And I'm sitting like right here or something like that. And this is how the turn ends. Scoring this zone, scoring this zone, scoring this zone, and contesting here. Scoring him the 3 he needs to go to 6-1. And game is over. Which is a bummer. I'm kind of regretting not going all in. Things I really liked in this game, like the Commodore cannon, guess that didn't change. I really liked the press gangers. They're cheap, they're effective, they're efficient, they've got lots of buffs. I also like it that it was difficult for me to kill their solos, and I probably didn't do a good enough job killing them because I honestly just couldn't tell the difference between the solos and the Sea Dogs and press gangers. Looking back on this game, I should have, when there was a pile of Sea Dogs and press gangers right here on his feat turn, I should have made it a priority for my Tridents and for Banshee, Hydra, all that stuff to just shoot down all the press gangers. And that possibly could have made it so that my Halberdiers could have won this middle zone a little bit easier. I liked the game. I liked where they're going. The monkeys seem very good at 2 points with Empower and Ancillary Attack and the Powder Keg Explosion. Great. Bringing Sharde Pirates, very nice tech tool for mercenary gun lines. Kaelyssa and magic weapons, big boon. I don't really know what the Sea Dogs did. I think I just need to read their cards and figure them out. Galleon also seems pretty cool. Crane is nice. I think other lists are going to really show off the Galleon more than this game did. We both agree that this was not really, neither of our lists are like tournament competitive, but they aren't not competitive. They're good. I mean, they've got some good things going for them. They have tournament competitive matchups they can win. But yeah, solo's working good as intended. First Mate Hawk seems pretty cool. She was killing stuff and sprinting all over the place. I didn't really talk about that much, but she was indeed killing like Halberdiers over here and then sprinting over here, and stuff like that was happening. So yeah, good game, was fun, exciting, and I finally get to pull one on YouTube. Thank you for watching, and have a good day or night or morning.